And it leads me to my second thing. What you despise but never heal, you eventually become. This is a good lesson, because it taught me this about how it's really such an important conversation that every family in our community, we're not having, and we should. What we despise and you never heal, you eventually become. The son despised his father. He hated the way he treated his mother. He hated the way he treated women. He hated the way he treated his business. He hated the way he despised everything about the father. How he was, even though it was slightly odd for the son, because you could tell a certain part he envied his dad. He knew his dad had built them from nothing. And here's the thing of the truth about the father. The reason why the father became what he became is because he despised his father. So sometimes, this is so good. Sometimes we become that very thing, but because we may do it a little bit better. We may earn a little bit more money. Okay. We're able to take care of things a little bit better. We think that we're not the same. Honey, he was exactly the same. He hated watching his mother being humiliated and his family destroyed, because he grew up with a front row seat to everything a man should never do. And he made this decision in his heart that he would never be that person. If you think about Mumsy, when he was like, I'm not going to be that. But because he walked in the club that day, being in an environment, that he should not have been in, being around somebody who never meant him any good, he was never really his friend. He only stuck around him because he knew the truth about his father and his family, because this was, what's her name? Essie's son. Right. So their whole family was that's a whole other thing, how they were just lying and keeping secrets. Right. So he was around him, had no business in a place, because Mumsy wasn't even a kid that was about strippers, but he saw his father interact with a woman that he loved. And because, again, he never dealt with it, never, because he was a kid, right? And never even talked about what he saw. He followed right in he took that hurt, and now he became his father. And now, because of the choice that he made, is going to cost him his life the same way it cost the father. See, sometimes we don't understand that the very thing we do, because we see it all the time. Well, listen, how many people said, I'm not going to be like my mother, and then discover a year later that they handle conflict in men and their children the exact same way. But maybe you don't see it because you did things a little bit better. I'm going to talk about me for a second. I used to always be like, I ain't never going to be like my mother. I hated the way she treated me. We had our own drama growing up, and and all those things. And then when I got older and I got children, now here's the thing. I thought I did a little bit better. Why? Because I was always there for my kids. Their sporting events, I'm always showing up. I'm in their corner. I'm rah-rah. I'm doing all these things, never realizing, no, there were traits of her that I hated that showed up in me. It showed up in the way that I parented. And I had to not only repent for those things, I had to apologize to my children, because I didn't heal it. I became the very thing.